Well, good day, viewers, and welcome to Noel's Garden Tractors and Firewood. And here we are at Sunday, June 8th, and today is the Sunday afternoon fireside chat episode. And it's just kind of today. It looks nice out, but it's not very warm. So you might hear the snap, crackle, pop in the background. Anyway, quite wet this morning. We had a rainfall warning this morning, so it rained quite a bit, and it's going to be, I guess, maybe sunny and cloudy for the rest of the day, on and off, and I guess it'll dry up over time. And what else are we doing here today now? Windy kind of today, too. So we get on to the weather here, and then we'll get on with the chat. There's a lot of things to chat about if I can remember. So we're at 12 degrees, so that's not too balmy. And that is what, 53 degrees Fahrenheit. So the wind is north-northwest at 28 miles an hour, so that's kind of a cool wind. Yeah, 45 kilometers an hour. So there we go. 15 today, might get there. Chance of showers, and then it's coming back to sort of normal tomorrow. Sunny and 21, and Tuesday's mix of sun and cloud, 21. Could be chance of showers on Wednesday and Thursday, and 23. Back down a little bit cooler for Friday and Saturday, 15 and 16, but at least sunny and cloud instead of rain. So that's quite a thing. Anyway, so yeah, we got a little bit of a fire going on here today, so just to kind of take the dampness out. That's basically what I'm trying to do. It is 60 degrees in here when I came in. And even the woods have a little trouble getting going today. It's damp. And it's just old wood. Some stuff that I had outside, I think, that I kind of cut up. Anyway, there we go. So, might as well put you over there, and I'll sit here and do a little chat, I guess. Oh, there we go. Kind of strange thing yesterday. I left my sons. I was over at my sons there most of yesterday, and we did a whole bunch of things. But anyway, when I left and come down onto the road and came to the stop sign, and I stopped, and all of a sudden this truck drove by. Now this truck was a 1935 Ford pickup. And on the side of this truck had a logo that said Raceway Park. Now I haven't seen this truck in probably closer to 4 years, because it wouldn't be drove in the wintertime. And the reason why I haven't seen this truck around is because the owner had passed away 3.5 years ago. So the person that was driving this truck, I didn't recognize him. And I know this fella had I think 3 sons, so it could have been one of the sons that was driving this truck. But this was the first time I'd seen this truck out on the road in that length of time. Beautiful truck, just nicely done, nice wheels, nice size tires, and not sure what it has for an engine now, but I would imagine a 350. When it was first built, I would say it probably had a 327, 300 horse engine in it. And It's all tinted glass and air conditioned and power windows and tilt wheels, all the kind of goodies that you'd like in your vehicle are in this old truck. Now this fella built this truck a long time ago, and I don't know if you've ever seen the garage that's in my videos of around my son's place there, but there's a garage there that's got 3 bay doors, and this garage was a garage repair, car repair or tractor repair, ever since I was a kid. So this is where this truck got built, and the truck drove by me at the end of the stop sign. It drove by the garage that it was built in, and it drove by the place where these people lived, all within about 30 seconds. Anyway, I pulled out and I followed it just for fun, and thought he might pull in somewhere where I could go in and have a chat with him, but he didn't. And anyway, it was nice to see, but it was also kind of sad, I found, because I remember all the people that were around. This fellow that passed away, his mother and father, and his 2 brothers that I kind of got around with, and my own parents, and other people that were in that area. A lot of them are gone, and I found that kind of sad after I got thinking about it. Anyway, this old truck's been around, I would say, and I remember being in the garage when this truck was being built, and I would say that was about 55 years ago. And boy, it was some vehicle, and today it is in black color, but years ago it was in a dark brown color with a little metallic in it, and that was the color I liked. And oh man, it was some nice looking truck. Anyway, he worked on it for quite a while, and then all of a sudden he was going to get married, this fellow, so put on a big push to get this truck done. So the truck was done, and I can't remember exactly, but I wouldn't doubt that it was maybe only done about a week before the marriage. And after the marriage, the 2 of them went on a honeymoon and took this truck and went to California. So without a whole lot of testing this vehicle, he was a master mechanic, this fella, and he knew that it would make it there and make it back. That's for sure, I would say. But yeah, it was quite a thing to do. But anyway, he was some body person and mechanic, engine mechanic, and so oh my jumping. I remember him dragging home old cars. One of them was that I always liked was a 1955 Chev. He fixed that all up. He brought home a 1929 something 4-door out of the field, and within 2 months it looked like brand new. Yeah, holy cats! And he had other cars. He had all kinds of cars over the years, and was into building engines. There was a kind of like the one road went like this, and the other road kind of went off this way. So there was a V spot in there that was kind of unused for traffic. So these people ended up opening up this raceway park, which was a drag race facility. And then in later years, it became an oval track raceway also, added on to the drag strip. But I can remember this fellow with his Camaro, and this is where he would test his Camaro for launch, I guess, and 427 in the Camaro, and just sit there at the end of that little V in the pavement and just come onto her. And then he was setting her up for takeoff, and and when he let off of it, it would just kind of roll up by our house, and then he would back up and do it again. Anyway, boy, oh boy, the memories I got around there. The old cars that fella had, and his brothers too. They all had old cars. Anyway, like I say, sadly, a lot of the people are gone, and things just aren't the same anymore. So there, I'll get off that now. That's kind of a neat but sad little story, I guess. So busy week here at Knowles Garden Tractors and Firewood this week. Did some work around the house here on last Monday. Then I think probably from Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I was probably over at my son's place working on the Case 224, which I can happily say is running. And I did have it out and drove it around the field and drove it back, and everything seems to be fine. So that's completed. And I will have a clip after this, 3 clips of from yesterday I'll put in after this clip, I guess I can say. That's how it goes. The first clip is about the case, and I show Frankie, also known as Grunt, what tractor that is, and then I'll show you the green thing. That's the other tractor I've talked about, and then another clip on just the Ferguson tractor with the mowing deck on the back. That is the problem with the seal gone out of the gearbox. So that's the next thing on the agenda. Is I'll try and work on that this week. Is get the thing apart and then see if I can find parts for it somewhere. So that's what's coming up this week. And we did a bit of loader work here this week too with the Case 446. Oh, when mentioning the 446, we had it up on the hoist, and I've been wanting to do this for the last week and a half or so, just to give it a check over to see if anything is cracked or if there's any loose bolts or PTO belt was loose, and maybe we greased up some things too, and so everything looks fine. We don't seem to see any cracks or bends or twists in any of our framework we made. Nothing was loose. Son did find 2 bolts that were a little bit loose, but he seemed to think that maybe they weren't tightened when we put it together. So anyway, but all is fine underneath the tractor. Nothing broke, no cracks, no loose bolts, no any of that. And surprisingly, the PTO belt that runs the pump for the loader is still tight and didn't need any adjustment. I was kind of figuring that it would need something, but anyway. And no leaks out of the loader section, but we did see a little leak off of the engine part, but I don't know where that's coming from. It's a small leak. It could be, well, I don't know. It could be from the hydraulic drive system also, but nowhere near the pump. No, the pump is dry on this one. So anyway, we're quite happy with the way that's going. It was good to get it up on the hoist and get underneath it and have a look and see if there's anything wrong, which there's not. So on we go. Now the loader, holy cats, that thing is a great machine to have. That the things that we've done with it in the last month, and it's a month yesterday since we put it into service, and we have 13.3 hours on the tractor since the loader went into service. So, and we checked the oils yesterday too, the engine oil and the hydraulic oil and all that stuff. So quite happy with the way it's working and the way it's not showing any signs of wear or breakage. And Still more things to do, but the loader work is now slowly slowing up. There's not as many things to do with it. There always will be something, but not like this past month, that's for sure. We got a lot of stuff done. Yeah. Well, it's been a great tool to have. Thanks very much, Gator. It's come in very handy. Yes, sirree. So, I don't know what else that I know. There was a bunch of things I want to talk about, but anyway, it's just the way I am. I forget. Well, yeah, we got the son's lean-to kind of fixed up there. The wood was moved. You'll see that in one of those clips too, I think. He's doing more work to the lean-to. He's got more lights in it there now. He put in yesterday afternoon. He did get that big truck running. That's how I got the case out. I couldn't get it out because the big truck was in there. So yeah, I still don't know if I'll put the deck back on the case 224 or not. I don't know. I have the Sears that your guys are sitting on at the moment. That's working great. So, and I have the Massey Ferguson 7 out in the other little building over there. So I don't necessarily need that deck on the case now. So we'll have to see, maybe. What else did we do yesterday? I can't remember what else we did. Anyway, I'll take you over to the bench here and I'll show you something over there now. This is the pump that was on the case 224, which was still working when it leaked everywhere. So what I'm going to do, and it may not be right away, but it may be in the fall or in the winter project or something like that, but I'm going to try and take it apart and fix it. I want to take the gears out of it and fix up the round part where the gears go around in, and that's where they're kind of chewing on the aluminum. I'm going to try and see if I can smooth that out somehow and just have a look at where the ends of the bearings go into, because the bearings go into the bushing at the back here, and then there's also the one up here, and then there's one in underneath inside there. So I'm hoping to do that and possibly have this so that it could be a running pump in case I need one again. And it may not have the capacity that it had when new, but anyway, if it still would work some, that would be good. And we have to still do a little work here. I'm going to try and deepen that keyway and get a rectangle key for key stock. 3/16 by a quarter, we'll say. Because 3/16 is the width. So if I go a quarter deep, I can deepen that a little bit. Have a little more grip there. So that's what I'm planning to do with that. And the other pump in here, you can't, there you can kind of see it. That pump has a good O-ring in it to go in between here. So hopefully I can get that fixed up. But we are going to try and start to look for other pumps, either used ones like that or something that we could replace it with that's new, that you could just go to Princess Auto and buy. That would be kind of neat. All right, so I don't know what else we're going to do here, but I guess as time is moving along, I guess we should get on to the stickers, I guess. I'll get back to you in a minute because I got to get set up here. Well, good day, folks, and welcome to Noel's Garden Tractors and Firewood. There's the garden tractor. And there's the firewood. firewood used to be sitting there on that pallet. So that's all changed around now, so that's good. Now, a little update on the case 224. It now moves backwards and moves ahead. That's a good step ahead. And what else? I want to show you what I was calling grunt. Sometimes they call it cranky. So that's cranky, or also known as grunt. It has manual transmission, 10 horsepower engine, Kohler, and she's a great little pulling tractor. It used to do all the garden work, the plowing and the disking and the cultivating, and it's great with the low range gear. You can pull a lot of stuff with it. It's a great little tractor, but doesn't get used a whole lot anymore because I don't do any gardening. So because I have called it Frankie for quite a few years, I put the bolts in it like that, like Frankenstein would have in his neck. So, so there we go. All right, just hang on a minute. And there is the green thing that I was talking about there yesterday. So it's a Yard Works. Works good, the old tractor. Got another one that I got for free quite a few years ago. It's worked great ever since. Getting her fixed up didn't take much, so, but it works good. And it's the easiest tractor that I have on fuel, cutting grass actually. So there you go. There's a squirrel sitting on top of the steering wheel there on the Ferguson tractor. I guess he must want to go for a drive. Yeah, so now that the case I think is pretty well done, so we're on to this now next week. We'll have to get that all apart and see if we can find a bearing or a seal, I guess, for it somewhere. That's next on the agenda. All right, there we go. We got the studio light all hooked up. Look at that, boy! I'm telling you, that's quite a thing. That studio light. It sure helped me out this past week working on the case. When one day there, all of a sudden the power went out and I had no lights. So the studio light lit up the way. That is for sure. Anyway, we'll kind of go through here a little bit quicker today because I'm sure this is going to be a long one. So we have Grampy's workshop. We always start with Grampy. And he was fixing up and servicing his generator here on Friday. And then we have Murphy Mowers. What did Murphy Mowers do? Jumps, I can't remember now again. And we have Len's keeping busy. Len's changed his channel name. I think it's, what do they call it now? Len's Firewood Creations, I think, is what he's calling it. I think that's what's going on, yeah. And then we have Garden Tractor Boy. They're still working on the Wheel Horse 706. Well, they were into the front end parts of it there. Great job doing that. They're moving right along on it. And Eric and his buddies kind of had to get Van Moosed. Anyway, yeah, they're doing a great job on that. That's a good channel to go watch for restoring the garden tractor. Then we have In the Backyard with Dell. And then we have TBL, Old Church 5-Acre Homesteads. And then we have Open Air Adventure, which now is Firewood Adventure with Kenny. And RCAF Polar Express. Dave, what did Dave have on there? Oh, we had the trail camera, I think, or something that he was that he got, so he was showing that, and he also was doing a little bit of firewood there. He got a trailer load of free firewood. Well, he's a great fellow for finding the free firewood, that's for sure. Then we have maintenance with Mike. Don't know if there was a video or not on that. Then we have Brock at Lewis Mowers and Boats. And then we have Rick's Outdoors. Busy people there. And always into the firewood, doing something. And they also cut grass and they do pine straw installations. Yeah. So, and then the old garden tractors and firewood. Well, he's some busy the last number of weeks, that's for sure, and going to be busy all summer, that's for sure. Twin Brook Acres, Rick. Everyday projects, Craig. Gravely Man, small engine repair, Artie. I think Artie, this tractor's for sale, I think, and he had just done his last mowing test on it to make sure everything is working good, and apparently it's working good. So there's a two-wheel tractor for you. If you're in his area, check him out. Outdoors in the 608, Jeremiah got quite a thing there. Another, at this time, it's a round bin for throwing piling wood in. So, and it was a corn crib, I guess. So he bought it somewhere, dragged it home, and set it up, and that's what he's going to pile the wood in. Tucker and I out and about. God Raven. Well, Brian had quite a thing there today. He's quite a thinker, Brian is. Yeah, he made a outdoor portable shower. A wood frame, and he put in an instantaneous propane water heater, and a barrel for the water, and a pump to push the water, and the propane for the fuel for the water heater, and closed it all in so you can drag it around the yard wherever you want and jump in and have the privacy of getting into the shower and have a shower, and there you are. That's quite a thing. And then Big Sons, well, the Big Sons hasn't showed up yet to cut my grass like he said he was gonna. Allen Family Firewood, I haven't seen that video yet, and we're way behind on the log fodder, sorry. I'm probably 4 to 5 videos behind on that. In my busy little shop. And Robert's expert leather maker and tool restorer. Darrell Wells, father and son outdoors. The Bradleys and Catbird Hill. I sure like watching John. He's got great videos. And he's into getting those trees down that he has in his yard. Hasn't got them down yet, but he's working away at the poison ivy to get that away before the people come in to cut down trees. Well, what a job that is. It's a lot of work just to cut up the tree, but then with this poison ivy on it, holy cats, it doubles the amount of time, I would say. And then we have Gator's World. Gator, what was Gator doing? I just watched that yesterday and I can't remember. But yet I can remember something from 55 years ago. Yeah, something's screwy. K&L Firewood. There we go. Great channel there. Ross on the Land. Larry, Cluck Outdoors. Club Dora. I haven't seen anything from Al lately. I like watching Al's videos. Then we have Tractor Talk with Gary. Well, Gary's gone on vacation, so there you go. And then we have Steve, Rusty Ranch Restorations. Steve had a video out there of using Skiddy, the John Deere skid steer that he fixed up in the last month to clean up his work area there. So got her all spick and span now. we still have his other sticker up here yet. Then we have Adirondack Woodsman. Always cutting wood and splitting, Jeff is. So there we go. That's kind of a quick overview today of the stickers. So I'm sure this video is going to get kind of long, so I'll have to try and do a little bit of editing. And like I said, I've got 3 clips I want to put in, and the clips are only short. I don't know, it might only be a minute or two a clip, but still takes up time. So have a great day wherever you're at and whatever you're doing, and I'll see if I can get this video fixed up so it's watchable. All right, goodbye now.